Are you open at all
Okay,
to give
Karen,
ABS-CBN a chance? Is what
Ano da-
these people are asking in terms of the People's Initiative, the noise barrage. That's the message.
I'll return the question to you, Karen. If you see something wrong, would you not report it? Let's say you see a murder. As a journalist, would you not report it that there was a murder?
Definitely.
Yes, exactly, because that is your duty. And the duty of Congress is to look into the franchise applications. There are many external issues as to employment, as to people getting entertained. But our duty is to look into the franchise applications and look into the compliance with our constitutions and our laws.
But did ABS-CBN deserve the death penalty? Because that's what Senator Ralph Recto also said. This is not me. He said, if there are problems within a corporation, there are processes in how to bring people to justice, even management. You could have filed a case against them. But essentially, this is also a media institution.
Yes. Well, to be clear about it, if they would want to speak that language, this was not a death penalty. This is life imprisonment. ABS-CBN lives, the corporation lives. But as to the franchise, there were violations that have been established. It's very clear. We have written it, 40 pages of what we saw. I don't know of any lawyer who would contest the established violations that were included in this report. I do not necessarily feel strongly about the other findings. I've already told you about that. There are several findings that I find very strongly on the case of PDR's tax evasion and labor. These are very key issues for me. But, you know, ABS-CBN was not killed. They were given the life imprisonment, and there is time to reform during life imprisonment. That is part of the rehabilitation of a prisoner when they're put in jail. So I hope that, yes, maybe ABS-CBN can, outside of mass media reform itself, maybe it will not be ABS-CBN who would be applying, but I would like to see the people who compose ABS-CBN to be back in broadcast media, because you are a very good station and you have very good people and you have very, very talented people.
On that note, before we go, Inquirer journalist and columnist John Neri said right before Head Start, he said that the TWG report is only a rationalization of something that's already been decided. Perhaps I'll leave you with that so you can respond and close.
When we started the hearings, no one really had a clear decision on what to do. We all wanted to hear out ABS-CBN. In fact, initially, I was even perceived to be siding with ABS-CBN. When the PDR issue started out, I started to do my studies. I started to do my readings and discussions with many people involved in the capital markets. And so when I was asking Attorney Del Castillo about the PDRs, I honestly felt that it was a dummy arrangement of ownership. And that was the constitutional issue. When we started on the labor, doon nagulat talaga ako that there are many people, and I guess some of them are in your studio, Karen, that have been serving 10, 20 years and have not been regularized. And when you compare it to the non-regulars and the regulars, you know, these are just sacks of rice, education, and health benefits. And so we already saw that there is really a problem, and it seems to be a policy within ABS-CBN. The court cases, Supreme Court decisions that took 20 years are all people wanting to be recognized as regular employees. On the tax issue, we saw that. How can ABS-CBN be so low relative to GMA? They paid 1.8 billion 4 years, GMA paying it only in 1 year. So these are the things that I think solidify the decision. And yes, there are problems, and yes, ABS-CBN is a good broadcasting company. I think if there is a solution, it would come from the management. You know, it can't come from Congress. Congress only makes laws. But if there will be a law that could help them, if there can be an application in the future which will involve the people, but not necessarily the ABS-CBN company, then yes, we would support such an initiative.
All right.
And so, Karen, I think we have already made a decision based on our constitutional duty, and it's time to move on and to work on the other issues.
On that note, Congressman Mike Defensor, thank you so much for joining me on Head Start this morning, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.